Today I'm in sunny Malta. I've decided to get away from Italy for a little bit, warm up. It's warmer here. And today we are going to explore this White Rocks. It's an abandoned hotel complex and it's been abandoned for 30 years. It's got some amazing artwork on the side of the buildings. Let's go and see what's left. But I will say, I can't believe that it's abandoned because the view it has is amazing. It overlooks the whole ocean. Look at the view it would have. So I have to mind my feet going through this field. It hasn't even been mown. Don't want to step in anything I shouldn't. So let's get there and then I'll tell you a bit about why it has been abandoned. So here on one of the walls we've got graffiti and then people complaining 20 years still not loving Frontex. I don't know what that means, but anyway, 20 years. So that was already 10 years ago, this graffiti. And then on this side in pink graffiti, we got ESL. So English as a second language, because once it was turned into a hotel complex, housed a lot of English language students as well as tourists during the summer. So there is some history relating back to English language. Okay, here on one side of the building we got a very nice graffiti piece. It looks like the guy from Monopoly with some bulls. Maybe it is related to Monopoly, like taking the cash. Got a 10 euro note with, well, it looks like it's instead of like ham or something. I don't know, the bulls are carrying it. Scales for justice, not balanced. It's all just empty and abandoned, of course, after 30 years. I got, was it Chucky, I think? It's such an amazing piece of artwork. Shame they don't put as much effort into the buildings as they do the artwork. Let's see which building I can get into. And I have to be careful where I step because the concrete just has collapsed into a giant hole. So it looks like they've blocked off like the normal entrances. So here the bricks are very different. You'd probably go in that way. You can get in the window here, but let's see if there's a easier way. Here there's one, looks like they've removed all the bricks, so you can easily walk in here now. There's a lot of glass everywhere, of course. I wonder if there's any people living here, like homeless people. Yeah, and look at it. You could have this room with an amazing view. Cupboards, maybe a kitchen. Old sofa cushions. Okay, that tells you what that is. And this is probably the shower. Nice view. Again. So nothing left but tiles on the floor. This might have been the bedroom. Wake up and look at the water. It looks like there's 4 big buildings, like maybe 3 stories high, plus some smaller double-story buildings like the one we just went into. So this complex was built in 1965 for the British military personnel and their families. And then about 10 years or so later, the British left Malta and it was given back to the Maltese government. They then turned it into, as I said earlier, the ESL language housing and hotels for tourists during the summer. It was closed down in 1995 and they tried to redevelop it, but hasn't been possible. Been disagreements over the land and the costs, of course, so it's now just a waste of space and abandoned and derelict, but something interesting for me to explore. Here we've got the entrance into one of the big buildings. Let's see, let's be careful, it's darker here. And it smells like piss. Of course, there's nothing here. What would you expect after 30 years? Just a lot of graffiti. Let's go upstairs. Here we got a lot of nice artwork on the walls. Although, I guess it's probably been graffitied. I doubt it. I don't know, do you reckon it was like this for the rooms and it's still like this? Or someone has actually taken the time and effort to try to make it nice? And here, even got a balcony. And this is what we looked at just before. So these are the smaller double-story apartments. And then looks like we've got like a theme park here. You can see I can see roller coasters. This is the second floor. We've still got one other floor to go up to. So here's the bathroom. I don't know what that is doing. Pipes. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be checking this out at night time. I can imagine I would not be alone. We're on the top floor. The rooms aren't as decorated here, but we've got another balcony. A bit higher up. And the views. What an incredible day as well. So this hotel complex, it's about a 40-minute walk from St. Julian's. Now, I found another one that's closer to Gozo Island, and we're gonna head there now, so I need to take a bus to get there. Let's go to the next stop. I'm now at our next abandoned stop, Festival Hotel. And just like the White Rocks, it has an amazing view. It overlooks Gadira Bay and all the cliffside around. Look at it, it's amazing. There's 31 terraced apartments here apparently, and it was built in 1980 and closed in about 1992. However, even though it was open for 12 years, it was hardly used, and not all of the buildings were used because of instability in the ground. So this is built on a hilltop, so I guess the ground wasn't solid enough to keep the building stable, so a lot of them weren't able to be used. So let's go and see if we can explore these buildings as well. So this was about a 40-minute bus ride away from White Rocks. Easy to get, direct bus and a small little walk. Here's a sign. This building is in a dangerous state. Do not enter. And another sign, private property, do not enter. Danger. Private property, no entry. Danger, unsafe structure. And this one looks like it's all fenced off. I don't know if we can actually get in this one. Okay, yeah, so I can climb up here. Maybe. It's going to be hard with one hand. I've gotten through there. Let's see what it's like. Wow, it looks like there was a swimming pool here. So this is more opened. Yes, this would definitely have been a swimming pool, and showers in the back. And again, nothing's left. And of course, this hasn't been used for 33 years. Wow, Yoda, what an amazing piece of art. So that was probably an indoor pool. And then here is the outdoor pool. And I don't know what's down there, but hopefully the concrete roof here is quite safe, because I could easily fall right through there. As I was saying, these are the terraced apartments, so people would enjoy it here and then it would go on to the next place. So there'd be one apartment here, then down there is another apartment. Here's an apartment, there would be one down there, for example. So it's built into the cliff face. And well, apart from the fact that the architecture couldn't withstand the ground, it seems like it was a great design apart from that. Okay, let's go in one of these terraced apartments. And again, this is probably the bedroom. Look out, an amazing view. Probably cost hundreds of dollars a night, and now look at it. And we've even got a piece of the rock just hanging by the iron bars. All this is collapsed. Danger, unsafe. And the trees are growing through it. Through the windows. Yeah, this would be a bathroom. So it's another amazing view. So I can't see how we can get down to the lower levels. There doesn't seem to be any staircases or anything. Maybe it's being boarded up and I'm just missing it. But yeah, down there, there's like two more floors of apartments, but I can't see where we can get down there. Everywhere I look, it's just this top level. But oh well, I'm sure it's going to be exactly the same as this part we just saw now.